interrupted the light. You know how Nigeria is. They are not trusted. We have not had light for the past 1 week. It has been off and on like that. So since there was no light for me to create the content, because I love using the big ring light so that it can, and that ring light uses light only. And I said, okay, let me share something else with my subscribers. This can inspire someone out there. So, guys, welcome to my live. So, what I want to share with you today is don't ever compare yourself to others. Don't compare yourself to others. You see, some people, you might see people doing well in their businesses. You understand? Doing well, they see them online making sales or, doing well in their businesses, and they will start like comparing themselves like, oh, why is my business not moving? Why is it that this person has so much money to invest in a business and I don't have such kind of money to invest in my own business? Oh, what did I do wrong? What have I ever done wrong? See, don't compare yourself to others because you don't know how they got the money. There are some people that before they even turn 18, they already have money in their account. Like their parents started saving money for them maybe since when they were born. Some parents open a trust fund for their children. Like they will say, okay, until they turn 18 before they can be able to access that trust fund, they can put up to like 100 million naira inside a trust fund for their children. So when they grow up, they will start using it to do businesses. So why should you compare yourself to those people? Because you don't know the story, you don't know how they get the money. You understand? So that's why I said I should just share this with you. Don't ever compare yourself to anybody. Maybe you can also see someone maybe speaking Queen's English, speaking American English. You start comparing yourself to that person. Oh, wow, why is it that I can't speak like this person? You want to compare yourself to someone who went to Harvard. Like in my own case now, I like to use myself as an example whenever I'm talking. Me that went to Okunugbe Primary School and Ososo Primary School. If I now start comparing myself to someone who went to Harvard, then I'm doing myself by myself. Do you understand? Why? Because so this person had more opportunity than I. I went to a school where there was no English teacher. You hardly see English teacher. You hardly see a mathematics teacher, even physics. I was a science student. Even physics teacher, chemistry teacher, we didn't have those teachers around us. So sometimes I even wonder. I tell myself, I ask myself these questions: that how did I even get to this point? Even the English I speak, how did I even learn it? Because you cannot really remember when a teacher was in class teaching you, oh, this is it. If what I know, most of the things I know today, I learned them in higher institution, because in school then, we didn't really, in secondary school and primary school, we didn't have teachers to even teach us. You will not have English teacher, you will not have mathematics teacher, no chemistry teacher, no physics teacher. It's only those people that are already in higher institution that come to the, like when they are on holiday, they come to the village, they come and teach us what they know, like what they learned before. So don't ever compare yourself to someone that went to Harvard University. You want to compare yourself to that person. Let me not even go to Harvard University. Is even outside the country, is even too far. Let me talk about some universities in the country. Me that went to Auchi Polytechnic, I will now start comparing myself to someone who went to Covenant University. You know, it doesn't make any sense. It means you are doing yourself by yourself. You don't have the opportunity that person had. You know how much they pay for, you know, all those big private schools. You don't have opportunity to be in such school. That's why you shouldn't compare yourself. You are doing all right where you are today. Just appreciate God for where you are today, that you are doing okay. because I always say this thing that we all have different purposes on earth, you know. So where you are today, just appreciate God for it and move forward. I usually say this thing as well. Day wey never break, na im plenty pass. You understand? Day wey never break, na im plenty pass. So don't ever compare yourself to anybody. You see someone doing great in their businesses, they have a lot of money. You will see, like me that do importation now, you see some people, they bring in a container full of goods, like a container full of goods. Maybe even the person sef is not even yet married. You'll be like, hey, where did this person get the money to bring in a container full of goods from China? Where am I going to get my own? Like I said earlier, there are some people that their parents started saving money for them even before they turn 18. They can even open a trust fund for them and put 100 million naira inside for them, that when they grow up, they will start using it to do business. And you want to compare yourself to that person when you know how your parents struggle to even put food on the table, how your parents struggle to even take you to school. You now want to compare yourself to that person. You don't know the story of people. Oh. You don't know how they start. You don't know how they get their money. You don't know the shit some people do to get their money. So don't compare yourself to anyone at all. Just just accept yourself the way you are. Be happy with your own space. Manage what you have. Manage what you have and be grateful for what you have. Because there are some people, one thing you should understand again is there are some people who have this plenty money and they are dead buried under 6 feet in the grave. And that money they have is here on earth. Do you understand? So that I'm just like, okay, I should share this with you, that you should not compare yourself with anybody, no matter the situation you find yourself in. Don't ever compare yourself with anyone. Be good, be okay with what you have. Be happy with yourself. Appreciate your parents too for what they have given you, because not everybody has the opportunity that other people have. Some people, they went to very good schools. Like I said earlier, me, I went to Okunugbe Primary School. Me that went to that kind of primary school, I want to now compare myself with someone who went to British International Standard Primary School. You understand? You see the name. You know how the names are now. You start hearing British Standard International is high school. And me that went to just one, oh, did you hear the name I just called? Okunugbe Primary School. And in that school sef, you don't, in fact, maybe when we are going to school that time sef, they will give you only garri and groundnuts. You know one thing my grandmother used to tell us that time, you say, every the children that eat to school, they don't used to have sense, that they don't used to have brain, that when they are in class, they will now start thinking about the food they ate or the food they are going to eat next. And you now want to compare yourself to someone whom, when he or she is going to school, the parents will package burger, they will package fried rice, they will package salad, they will package everything, they will still put pocket money. You want to compare yourself to that kind of that kind of person. Do you get? So we that went to school that time, me, I grew up with my grandma. You staying with a grandma in the village. In the village, then me, I will now come out and say, I want to compare myself to someone whom I don't even know his or her own story. Do you get? I don't even know how that person grew up, how the parents used to spoil them with money. You are going to school, my grandmother will say, no, nothing for you. Those people that used to go to school eating, like, you will not eat before going to school. Maybe yes, he will say, take akara. You now want to compare yourself with people that go to school eating burger, eating salad, eating fried. Even before they come from school, they might even call, hey, how is my daughter doing? Are you sure she has eaten? Did anybody check up on me when I was in school? Like, I don't get. Sometimes I even think about it, like some things I know today who even taught me, because I can't really remember. Like now, I have children. My daughter is 3 years old. When she comes from school, I teach her homework. I can't even remember anybody teaching me homework. Like all those how to write ABC. When you come, I can't remember my mom teaching me homework or my dad teaching me homework. Or is it my grandmother I stayed with that knows that knows anything? Does she know how to even read and write? Do you understand? So some people grow up in a home where the parents guide them so much that they don't even want to allow them to even dash their feet against the stone, let alone even going out to, you understand? So sometimes I just wonder, how did I even get here? Like, my daughter comes from school, I teach her homework, I tell her this, and I can't remember my dad ever teaching me homework, or my mom, or me. I said I grew up with my grandma, you know. So you should not compare yourself with anybody, because you don't know how they grew up. You don't know the kind of family, the kind of food sef, the kind of food they ate. Sometimes you will stay hungry. I can remember when my grandmother would, maybe if soup is remaining, when soup has almost finished, maybe e got burnt sef a little, you will now use water to mix it, like to stir it, so that it will not be enough for us to eat. You get? So you now want to compare yourself with other people who grew up enjoying, if having high table. We have dining table. You sit down on round table eating with family. Father is there, mother is there, and sisters are there. My own case now, even my mom and my dad, they were not really that together. You understand? They separated early. So you cannot really say there is this family love, you get, with your parents, you sitting down and you see your mom sitting beside your dad and you in the middle, like we do for our children these days. Even when, even anytime my husband is not around, we'll be on video call. We know my daughter, whenever my phone is ringing, my daughter will quickly carry, daddy, daddy. But me, I didn't grow up experiencing that. You get? So that's what I'm saying. We should just be good. Just appreciate what you have right now. Some of the things I know, I got to know them from school. I graduated from Auchi Polytechnic. I can't compare myself to someone who went to Harvard University. I can't. If I do, that means I'm doing myself by myself. I will now be sleeping and be thinking, oh, look at the way this person is doing well. Oh, did I go to Harvard? I did not. So, guys, this is just what I have to share with you today. And thanks for joining the live today. God bless you. See you in my next videos. Bye bye.